Who is going to give the answer? How ozone is formed in atmosphere? Give me the answer. Yes, Amrita.
Ma'am, ozone layer is a protective blanket around the earth which absorbs most of the harmful ultraviolet radiations of the sunlight. It protects the living beings from many health hazards such as skin cancer. It is made of ozone layer, which is
Yes.
ozone O3.
Yes. And how O3 is formed?
Ma'am, the high energy UV radiations break down the O2 molecule into free oxygen atom, which is O, which gives us UV, O plus O atoms, which give us O2 plus O, which is O3. Ozone
Very
layer.
nice answer. Very
Thank you,
nice.
ma'am.
Anybody else? What is biomagnification? What do you understand by the term biomagnification? Yes. Who is going to give me the answer? Why? You are sitting idle in my class. Manoj, give me the answer. Yes, Manoj. Mayank, give me the answer.
The maximum concentration of the chemical get accommodated in our body. This phenomenon is known as biomagnification.
Yes. How type of substance are concentrated? Is they biodegradable or non-biodegradable? Yes. How are the substances?
I'm not non-biodegradable.
Non-biodegradable substance they are. Good. Now we are starting with our topic, that is managing the garbage we produce. What is garbage? What is the meaning of garbage? You
Ma'am,
all
may
have
I?
heard. Yes, Janvi.
Ma'am, waste is something that we don't use, which is not in the human use.
Yes, the waste material of a household is known as garbage. You all have heard this topic, that is garbage management. Why it is required to manage garbage? Is the garbage harmful to us? Yes, Janvi.
Yes, ma'am. Garbage is harmful for us. There are different types of garbages are there in the garbages. Different types of insects, microorganisms are there which can harmful our bodies, and different types of plastics, glasses are there which are also harmful for body, and there it is non toxic substances.
Yes. So what harm they cause? You have told me that there are many types of garbage and they contain microorganisms, bacteria, and other harmful things. But what harm did they cause to us? What harm? Anupurvi, give me the answer. What harm is caused by garbage? Yes. Who is going to give?
Ma'am, may I?
Yes.
Ma'am, it can cause diseases like malaria, cholera.
Yes. It can cause several types of diseases that are malaria, cholera, dysentery, diarrhea, etc. Fine.
Yes.
So now I'm going to start the screen sharing with you and we will discuss the topic in detail. Just wait for 2-3 minutes. Here it is. This topic we have completed yesterday. Now, managing the garbage we produce. All of you are able to see it clearly? So, what is garbage? The household waste is called garbage. Every household produce a lot of garbage on the daily basis. You see in daily life also that from our kitchen, a lot of waste, a lot of garbage is produced. Improvements in our lifestyle have resulted in greater amounts of waste material generation. And as we are living, there are a lot of waste from our house. In older days, the people used लीफ प्लेट्स इंस्टेड ऑफ पेपर प्लेट्स. पेपर प्लेट्स की जगह वो किसका यूज करते थे? लीफ प्लेट्स का. एंड यू ऑल नो दैट लीफ प्लेट्स आर biodegradable and there is no tension about their decomposing. Fine. But nowadays what we are using? We are using paper plates or some other materials like this, which is non-biodegradable, and trees are also cut down for this purpose. So what we have to do? We have to change our lifestyle so that the garbage that is produced should be minimized. जो हम garbage produce कर रहे हैं उसका amount क्या हो जाए? Minimize हो. How can we control the garbage that is disposing? Firstly, the waste should be segregated as biodegradable and non-biodegradable and recyclable materials. First of all, हम क्या कर रहे हैं? कैटेगरी वाइज कर रहे हैं. जितना भी हमारे पास गार्बेज है, जितना भी हमारे पास वेस्ट मटेरियल है, सबकी हमने क्या करी? कैटेगरीज फॉर्म करी. फर्स्ट बायोडिग्रेडेबल, देन नॉन बायोडिग्रेडेबल एंड थर्ड इज recyclable materials. This enables application of proper disposal treatment. और अगर जब हमने categorize कर लिया, now we can properly dispose the waste material. अगर biodegradable है तो हम उससे क्या फॉर्म कर सकते हैं? मैन्योर फॉर्म कर सकते हैं. नॉन बायोडिग्रेडेबल है उसका ट्रीटमेंट हम डिफरेंट वे से करेंगे. एंड इफ द मटेरियल्स आर recyclable, then we can recycle them into new things. Fine. Now, what are the methods of waste disposal? First is recycling. What is recycling? Recycle नाम से पता पड़ रहा है कि दोबारा हम उसको क्या कर रहे हैं? साइकिल कर रहे हैं, न्यू प्रोडक्ट्स बना रहे हैं. So the process by which waste materials are converted into new products, it is called recycling. What it is called? It is called recycling. Materials like tin, cans, metallic articles, racks, paper, glass, polythene, etc. are recyclable. ये सब क्या है? हमारे recyclable items. Then second is composting. What is composting? जो biodegradable substance हैं उनको क्या करेंगे हम? किसी एक pit में 7 to 15 days के लिए आज से ही डिग कर देंगे, उनको छोड़ देंगे. तो जो सॉइल के बैक्टीरियाज होते हैं, माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म होते हैं, दे विल कन्वर्ट द वेस्ट मटेरियल इनटू द कंपोस्ट. एंड कंपोस्ट इज वेरी वेरी यूजफुल फॉर द प्लांट ग्रोथ. सो हियर इट इज रिटन आल्सो, biodegradable domestic waste such as leftover food, fruit and vegetable peels etc. can be buried in a pit dug into the ground. They are converted into compost and used as manure. You can do this activity at your home also. What you have to do for this? You have to collect the waste from your kitchen and then put it in a dig. Dig में put करोगे तो after 7 to 15 days, what you found that it is converted into manure and for proper plant growth. तुम्हारे गार्डन में जितने भी प्लांट है तुम वहां पे इस मैन्योर को यूज कर सकते हो. It is eco-friendly and it cost nothing. Third point, incineration. It is burning of a substance at high temperature to form ash. इसमें हम क्या करते हैं? किसी भी आर्टिकल को, किसी भी सब्सटेंस को बहुत ज्यादा गर्म करते हैं. That's why it can be turned into ash. It reduces the volume of the waste considerably. It is commonly used to dispose hospital waste. किसमें हम यूज करते हैं? हॉस्पिटल वेस्ट में. You all have to remember this point that incineration process is used in the disposal of hospital waste. किसमें यूज करेंगे? हॉस्पिटल वेस्ट में यूज करेंगे, क्योंकि हॉस्पिटल वेस्ट में माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म और बैक्टीरिया काफी प्रेजेंट रहते हैं and they can spread the diseases. So what is the best method to dispose them? हम उन्हें डस्टबिन में तो नहीं डाल सकते. Why? Because डंपिंग एरिया में जब हम उस डस्टबिन को थ्रो करेंगे, then it will cause a lot of diseases. That's why the hospital waste should be burnt. क्या कर देना चाहिए हमें? उसको जला देना चाहिए, जिससे कि उसके जितने भी डिजीज कॉजिंग जर्म्स हैं वो डिस्ट्रॉय हो जाए. फाइन. द नेक्स्ट इज लैंडफिल्स. Solid waste is dumped into a low-lying area and covered with soil. जो solid waste है उसको low-lying area में क्या कर देते हैं? कवर करते हैं और soil कर देते हैं. ऊपर से soil से covering हो जाती है. A big landfill site can be used to dispose waste material for a considerable time. एक टाइम लिमिट के लिए, फॉर एग्जांपल 4 to 5 months, जो हमारा अमाउंट है गार्बेज का उसके ऊपर डिपेंड करेगा. तो हम क्या कर रहे हैं, जो भी हमारा लो लाइंग एरिया है उसको डंपिंग जोन बना दिया हमने. डंपिंग जोन मींस जो भी वेस्ट कलेक्ट हो रहा है हम वहां पे उसको डालते जा रहे हैं. आफ्टर फ्यू टाइम व्हाट विल हैपन? द लैंड इज कंप्लीटली फिल्ड एंड इट कैन बी यूज्ड एज अ गार्डन और अ पार्क. The next is sewage treatment. We have discussed it earlier also. Where it is assembled? In Jaipur. Jaipur में कहाँ पे हुआ है ये sewage treatment? Where it is? Have you any idea? So we have discussed it in our class. It is planted at Jawahar Circle and Jaldhara. Most of you have visited this place, and how the water is supplied to the Jawahar Circle and Jaldhara by the sewage treatment plant. इसमें क्या होता है, जो हमारे घरों से सीवेज वेस्ट है वो 3-4 टाइम्स प्रोसेसिंग होती है उसकी, जिससे हार्मफुल बैक्टीरिया सारे क्या हो जाते हैं, रिमूव हो जाते हैं, एंड देन इट कैन बी यूज्ड फॉर प्लांट ग्रोथ एंड फॉर फाउंटेन. फाइन. Sewage is carried over to sewage treatment plants. What this plant is called? It is called sewage treatment plant. Here the sewage is filtered. Organic material in the sewage is allowed to settle down and decompose in large tanks. जो इसमें organic materials है उसको किस use में ले लेंगे? Composting के. The water from these tanks is cleaned and is released into water bodies. और जब water clear हो जाता है, कोई disinfectant उसमें नहीं रहे, then it can be poured into the water bodies, or in other items the water is used. Fine. Next time if you visit Jawahar Circle and Jaldhara, just remember this topic, that the water is used after the sewage treatment. Water किस तरह use हो रहा है? Sewage treatment के बाद use हो रहा है. The next, biogas production. This phenomenon is mostly common in village areas where the cow dung is available in huge amount. जहाँ पे cow dung बहुत ज़्यादा available है, वहाँ पे biogas production किया जाता है. If anybody of you belong to village, he or she has seen it also. How the biogas is produced? In your last chapter, that is chapter number 14, biogas plant is also described, how it is constructed and what is its working. Here I am giving you a brief idea about the biogas production. In biogas production, the cow dung and other animal excreta is collected and it is gone through microbial action. उस पे हम क्या करते हैं? Microbial action करते हैं, so that the methane gas is produced. कौन सी गैस प्रोड्यूस होगी? Methane gas. And it is a type of anaerobic respiration. What is anaerobic respiration? Anaerobic respiration where oxygen is not supplied, जहाँ पे ऑक्सीजन सप्लाई नहीं होती है. तो इसके बाद जब वो मैथेन गैस हमारी प्रोड्यूस हो जाएगी, then it is used to used for lighting, cooking and other purposes. Fine. This is the ways how can you dispose waste in a proper manner. What is first? The first is recycling, then composting, incineration, landfills, sewage treatment, and biogas production. Clear this topic now? You all know about it. The next is use of disposal paper cups in trains. रेलवे डिपार्टमेंट ने अभी कुछ टाइम पहले ही ये प्लान लॉन्च किया है दैट इन रेलवेज पेपर कप्स आर नॉट यूज्ड एंड इंस्टेड ऑफ पेपर कप्स व्हाट आर यूज्ड? What are used? Have you seen? They use earthen pots for them. That is commonly called कुल्हड़, जिन्हें हम क्या कहते हैं? कुल्हड़ कहते हैं. तो डिस्पोजल कप जो पेपर के थे उनको गवर्नमेंट ने, उनको रेलवे ने हटा दिया है, एकदम उन पे बैन किया है. और रेलवे अब क्या यूज कर रहा है? कुल्हड़ यूज कर रहा है. वाई कुल्हड़? बिकॉज कुल्हड़ इज मेड अप ऑफ क्ले. किससे बनता है कुल्हड़? क्ले से बनता है. दैट इज बायोडिग्रेडेबल एंड इट डजंट कॉज एनी हार्म. इससे कोई भी हार्म नहीं होता. फाइन. Therefore, to circumvent this problem, disposable paper cups are now being used which are biodegradable. These can be disposed of completely without any harm to the environment. Now, what is railway doing? First, he has launched कुल्हड़. पहले उसने क्या launch किए? कुल्हड़ in place of paper cups. Now, a problem has arisen before the railway department that the kulhad making require a lot of soil and the fertile soil is disposed. Fertile soil का क्या हो रहा था? Loss हो रहा था. तो गवर्नमेंट ने एक न्यू प्लान लॉन्च किया. What they launched? They launched paper cups that are completely disposed of. ऐसे कप्स उन्होंने डेवलप किए हैं जो completely क्या हो जाते हैं? डिस्पोज हो जाते हैं and they are biodegradable too. वो कौन से हैं? बायोडिग्रेडेबल. जो उनका मटेरियल होता है वो बायोडिग्रेडेबल सब्सटेंस से बना हुआ है, तो इससे उनको किसी भी तरह का हार्म नहीं होता. फाइन. द चैप्टर इज कंप्लीट. यू हैव टू फाइंड आउट द क्वेश्चन आंसर्स एंड आई एम अगेन giving a summary of the chapter to you so that if you have missed any of the topic you can revise it. Fine. Is there any doubt? Is there any doubt in the class? Just raise your hand. I'm going to give the summary of the chapter now. Fine. Let me start. Here, the summary of your chapter. The chapter is our environment. What is environment? Have you read it? What is environment? The word environment often being used on the television, in newspapers and by people around us. Environment is the sum total of all external factors, substance, living beings and conditions that surround an organism and influence the same becoming its part. In short ways, we can say that environment is the thing that makes our life possible. Without environment, we are not able to survive. बिना environment के हम survive नहीं कर सकते. And it comprises of all the things, all the components that are required for a life. हमारी life के लिए जितने भी components require हैं, वो सभी किसमें होते हैं? Environment में. It consists of both living and non-living components, each of which has several sub-components which are interlinked and interdependent on each other. In environment, all the living and non-living things are included. जितने भी living और non-living things है, वो सभी क्या होती है? Included होती है with their subtopics. In this chapter, we shall be studying how various factors the environment interact with each other and how we impact the environment. Environment हमारे लिए कितना important है and how we impact, हम कैसे disturb कर रहे हैं. The first topic is what happens when we add our waste to the environment. You all know about it. Human activities produce a lot of waste materials which are thrown away into the environment. ह्यूमन एक्टिविटीज के कारण बहुत सारा वेस्ट मटेरियल हम किसमें डंप कर देते हैं, किसमें थ्रो करते हैं, इन द एनवायरमेंट. These waste cause, what this waste cause? These waste cause pollution of air, water and soil. The waste materials produced are of two main types. What are the types? The types are biodegradable and non-biodegradable. First is biodegradable waste. These waste which are decomposed into harmless substance by microorganisms, means they are easily converted by the action of microorganism into useful products. Microorganism के एक्शन से हम उनको किसमें कन्वर्ट कर सकते हैं, यूजफुल प्रोडक्ट्स में कन्वर्ट कर सकते हैं बायोडिग्रेडेबल वेस्ट को, एंड दे आर हार्मलेस, वो हमें कुछ भी हार्म नहीं करते. व्हाट आर देयर एग्जांपल्स? ऑल द किचन वेस्ट. फर्स्ट इज vegetables, fruits, pulses, cereals, cotton, jute, wool, wood, leather, paper, animal dung, animal bones, all these are biodegradable waste. जो भी हमारे एनवायरमेंट को हार्म नहीं कर रहा वो सब क्या है, बायोडिग्रेडेबल वेस्ट, इजीली डिकम्पोज हो जाते हैं. ऑन द अदर हैंड जो इसका बायोडिग्रेडेबल का रिवर्स है वो क्या हो जाएगा, नॉन बायोडिग्रेडेबल वेस्ट. These waste which are not decomposed by microorganisms, जो माइक्रोऑर्गेनिज्म से डिकम्पोज नहीं होते. डिकम्पोज करने का मतलब खत्म नहीं हो रहे, वो एज इट इज, जैसे सॉइल में हमने थ्रो किया है तो आफ्टर ईयर्स भी अगर हम देखेंगे तो सॉइल में वो एज इट इज ही रहेंगे, तो डिकम्पोज वो नहीं होते. जबकि बायोडिग्रेडेबल वेस्ट क्या हो जाते हैं, डिकम्पोज हो जाते हैं. अगर लेफ्ट ओवर फूड तुम किसी सॉइल में वो करते हो, सॉइल में डंप किया तुमने, आफ्टर 7 days if you see what you observe, you will observe that the quantity of the food that you have dumped is less. जितना फूड तुमने डाला था अब वो तुम्हें इतना दिखाई नहीं देगा. Why? Because the biodegradable waste are decomposed by microorganisms. Clear? What are the examples of non-biodegradable waste? They contain polythene bags, plastics, synthetic fibers, glass, metals, synthetic rubber, insecticides and pesticides. The second topic, what are its components? What are the components of ecosystem? Definition of ecosystem. An ecosystem consists of all the living organisms in an area along with the non-living components and their interaction. Means जो लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म है उनका नॉन लिविंग से जो इंट्रैक्शन होता है वो हमारा क्या कहलाता है, इकोसिस्टम. देयर आर टू टाइप्स ऑफ इकोसिस्टम. फर्स्ट इज नेचुरल. नेचुरल जो हमको गॉड गिफ्टेड है. इट इंक्लूड्स फॉरेस्ट, डेजर्ट, ग्रासलैंड, माउंटेन्स, ponds, lakes, etc. There are a lot of examples of natural and artificial ecosystem. The second is artificial ecosystem that are developed by man, or otherwise the man-made ecosystem is termed as artificial ecosystem. It includes garden, parks, crop fields, aquarium, etc. Now we will discuss about the components of ecosystem. There are basically two types of ecosystem. First is abiotic and biotic. Biotic means life, जिसमें हमारे living things include हैं, that is called biotic components, and on the other hand the non-living things comprises of abiotic components. What are the examples? The examples of biotic components are plants, animals and microorganisms. They consist of producers, consumers and decomposers. First is producers. Producers are green plants which produce food by photosynthesis. Second is consumers are herbivores which get their food directly from plants, and carnivores which get their food indirectly from plants. herbivores कैसे obtain कर रहे हैं? Directly from plants, because they eat plants, fruits, vegetables directly. And on the other hand, the carnivore animals, they depend upon plants indirectly. वो कैसे depend करते हैं? Indirectly, because they don't eat plants, but they eat the animals who are getting their nutrition from plants. वो उन animals को ईट करते हैं जो अपना फूड, जो अपना न्यूट्रिशन प्लांट से ले रहे हैं. सो बेसिकली डिपेंड सभी किस पर कर रहे हैं? प्लांट्स पर, चाहे वो डायरेक्टली डिपेंड कर रही हो या इनडायरेक्टली डिपेंड कर रहे हो. द क्वेश्चन कैन कम, हाउ कार्निवोर्स आर इनडायरेक्टली डिपेंड अपॉन प्लांट्स, कि वो इनडायरेक्टली कैसे डिपेंड करते हैं. फाइन, सो व्हाट विल बी योर आंसर? योर आंसर विल बी दैट they don't eat plants, but they get their nutrition from the animals that are having plants. Fine. The third type is omnivores. Omnivores which get their food directly or indirectly from plants. The next component is decomposers. Decomposers are microorganisms which decompose dead plants and animals. They decompose complex organic substance into simple inorganic substance in the soil, which are again used by plants. जो भी डेड प्लांट्स या एनिमल्स हैं, ये सभी को क्या कर देते हैं? डिकम्पोज कर देते हैं, और इसके कारण क्लीनिंग ऑफ एनवायरनमेंट में इनका इम्पोर्टेंट रोल होता है. They play an important role in the cleaning of environment. Abiotic components. What are abiotic? All the non-living components are called abiotic components. The examples are air, water, soil, minerals, etc. जो भी non-living है हमारे ecosystem में, वो सभी components क्या कहलाएंगे? They are called abiotic components. The difference between biotic and abiotic components can also come. So prepare this. And what is the method to differentiate? First, you have to make a table. If whenever a differentiate question comes, you have to make a table for that and then give the answer in points. So prepare the answer for both the abiotic and biotic components. And on the other hand, you also have to prepare the answer for biodegradable and non-biodegradable substance. Fine. The next topic is food chain. What is food chain? A food chain is the flow of food, energy from one organism to the next and to the next and so on. Food chain, एक से दूसरे को न्यूट्रिशन मिल रहा है, दूसरे से तीसरे को, इस तरह ये चेन की तरह लगातार प्रोसेस चलती जाती है. And what it is called? फूड मिल रहा है, ऑब्वियसली एक चेन से एक लेवल से दूसरे लेवल को फूड मिल रहा है. That is why it is called food chain. They usually start with a producer. कहाँ से start होते हैं ये? Producer से and with a carnivore. और कहाँ पे खत्म होती है हमारी food chain? Carnivore पे. In a food chain, an organism gets food from one group of organisms. किसी group of organisms से वो अपना food obtain करते हैं. Now, this is an example. You can make your own example. No need to learn it. Only you have to understand what is the meaning of food chain. So, in this, grass is eaten by deer and deer is eaten by lion. So, grass is the producer, deer is the first consumer, and lion is the second consumer. In the another example, grass, insects, frog, and snakes. Fine. I think all of you can make your own food chain and classify them according to primary, first consumer, second or third consumer. It is also here. Plant to herbivore, herbivore to carnivore, carnivore to upper carnivore and the topmost carnivore. ठीक है, तो इस तरह ये जो हमारी प्रोसेस है वो प्लांट से स्टार्ट होकर topmost carnivore तक continue होती है. You can take any of the example for this. And how it is ended? It is ended at decomposers. Food web now. What is food web? Food web is a group of several interconnected food chains. अगर food chains आपस में interconnected हो जाती है, then what will they form? They form a food web. In a food web, an organism gets food from more than one group of organisms. एक organism एक से ज्यादा जगह से अपना food obtain करता है. It is an example of food web. See what is happening here. All the food chains are interconnected. Grass is eaten by rat also, rabbit also, grasshopper also, and you can create the food chains first and then interlink them. Trophic levels. Each step in a food chain where transfer of food energy takes place is called trophic level. जहाँ पे भी energy का transfer होता है, what is that called? That is called trophic level. First trophic level में हमारे क्या आएंगे? Producers, and at second primary consumers, and the third trophic level consists of secondary consumers. The fourth trophic level consists of tertiary consumers. Fourth पे कौन से आएंगे? Tertiary consumers. Since the transfer of food energy decrease at every trophic level, the number of trophic levels are limited and do not exceed 4 or 5. जो हमारे trophic levels का number है वो 4 या 5 से ज्यादा increase नहीं होता. Why? Because at each trophic level there is a loss of energy. हर trophic level पे क्या होता है? Energy loss होता है, and that's why there are no more than 4 or 5 levels. The question can come, why the number of levels is limited? जो levels हैं उनका number limited क्यों होता है? What will be your answer? Your answer will be that at each level, wherever the energy is transferred, जब भी energy का transfer हो रहा है, there is a lot of energy loss. वहाँ पे क्या होता है? Energy का बहुत loss होता है. That's why the number does not exceed 4 or 5. See, this is the diagrammatic representation of the different trophic levels. First is producers, then primary consumers, secondary consumers, and tertiary consumers. The energy at the producer level is highest and at the tertiary level it is least. सबसे ज्यादा एनर्जी कहाँ पे होगी? प्रोड्यूसर्स के पास, और सबसे कम एनर्जी कहाँ पे होगी? टर्शियरी कंज्यूमर्स के पास. It is shown here also by taking examples. Producers, herbivores, primary carnivores, and secondary consumers. And it is called ecological pyramid. What it is called? It is called ecological pyramid. Now, energy flow in trophic level. Green plants or producers absorb about 1% of solar energy falling on the leaves. वो क्या करते हैं? जो भी उनके ऊपर सोलर एनर्जी फॉल हो रही है उसका 1% absorb करते हैं during the process of photosynthesis. During the transfer of food energy from one trophic level to the next, 90% of the energy is lost to the environment. जब एक ट्रॉफिक लेवल से दूसरे ट्रॉफिक लेवल में एनर्जी का ट्रांसफर हो रहा है उस टाइम पे 90% एनर्जी तो लॉस हो जाती है and only 10% energy goes to the next level. केवल कितनी जाएगी? 10% energy ही next level पे जाती है, and that is called 10% law. What it is called? It is called 10% law. Learn it. What is 10% law? The example is shown here. If the producers are having 1000 kilocalorie, then primary consumers will get 100 kilocalorie, secondary consumers will get 10 kilocalorie, and tertiary will only get 1 kilocalorie. Fine. Now biological magnification, or simply we can call it biomagnification. Harmful chemicals and pesticides which are used to protect crop from insect and pest are absorbed by plants and enter the फूड चेन। जो हम पेस्टिसाइड्स का क्रॉप के ऊपर उनको पेस्ट को किल करने के लिए यूज करते हैं, वो हमारी फूड चेन में एंटर हो जाते हैं। सिंस दीज केमिकल्स आर नॉन बायोडिग्रेडेबल, ये कैसे होते हैं? नॉन बायोडिग्रेडेबल। They get accumulated at every trophic level and their concentration increase. वो हर किसी ट्रॉफिक लेवल पे accumulate build-up होते जाते हैं और उनका जो अमाउंट है वो increase होता जाता है. Since human beings occupy the highest trophic level, the concentration of these harmful chemicals is maximum in our bodies. जो humans हैं वो मोस्टली क्या है, वो क्या होते हैं? ओमनीवोर्स होते हैं और इसी के कारण उनमें जो हार्मफुल केमिकल्स का अमाउंट है वो मैक्सिमम होता है. द इंक्रीज इन कंसंट्रेशन ऑफ हार्मफुल केमिकल्स इन द बॉडीज ऑफ ऑर्गेनिज्म at higher trophic levels is called biological magnification. You can write in your own words, bio means life. तो हमारे ट्रॉफिक लेवल में जो केमिकल सब्सटेंस का मैग्निफिकेशन हो रहा है, मैग्निफिकेशन मीन जो इंक्रीज हो रहा है, व्हाट इट इज कॉल्ड? इट इज कॉल्ड बायोलॉजिकल मैग्निफिकेशन. कि जो भी नॉन बायोडिग्रेडेबल सब्सटेंस हैं वो लेवल टू लेवल इंक्रीज होते जा रहे हैं, अमाउंट उनका इंक्रीज हो रहा है, एंड दैट्स व्हाई इट इज कॉल्ड बायोलॉजिकल magnification. You can also see here at producer level it is low and at the highest level it is high. As we move to the upper side in our ecological pyramid, the amount of chemicals also increase. हम हमारे एनर्जी पिरामिड में जो इकोलॉजिकल पिरामिड है, हम जैसे जैसे मूव करेंगे तो जो केमिकल सब्सटेंस है, नॉन बायोडिग्रेडेबल सब्सटेंस है, उनका अमाउंट भी इंक्रीज होता जाएगा. द नेक्स्ट एक्टिविटी, दैट इज हाउ डू आवर एक्टिविटीज अफेक्ट द एनवायरमेंट. कि हमारी एक्टिविटीज से एनवायरमेंट कैसे इफेक्ट होता है. फर्स्ट पॉइंट इज डेप्लीशन ऑफ ओजोन लेयर इन द एटमॉस्फेयर. एटमॉस्फेयर में ओजोन लेयर का क्या हो रहा है? डेप्लीशन हो रहा है. Ozone molecule contains 3 oxygen atoms. The formula is O3. At higher levels in the atmosphere, the UV radiation is Are you all able to hear me now? Is there any problem? Okay, let's just start again. Here it is. Ozone molecule contains 3 oxygen atoms, that is O3. इसमें O3 होंगे तो इसमें क्या होता है? UV रेडिएशन के कारण ऑक्सीजन मॉलिक्यूल का ब्रेकडाउन हो जाता है और हमें फ्री एटम ऑफ ऑक्सीजन मिलती है. Here, see what happens in the reaction. Oxygen is break down into O atoms. Oxygen का breakdown किसमें हो गया? Atoms में. And then these atoms combine with the oxygen molecule, it forms O3, and O3 is our ozone. It is highly poisonous. कैसी होती है ये? Poisonous होती है. The ozone layer present in the higher level of the atmosphere protects the earth from the harmful UV radiation from the sun. UV radiation causes skin cancer in humans. क्या होता है इससे? Mostly जो UV rays हैं उससे skin cancer. The ozone layer is being damaged by the use of chemicals like chlorofluorocarbon. किससे damage होता है? Chlorofluorocarbon. The question can also come, what is its full form? So the full form is, what is the full form of CFC? It is written. So what is the full form of CFC? CFC means chlorofluorocarbon. It is used in refrigerators and fire extinguishers. It is also used in air conditioners. Air conditioners में भी इसका use होता है. So the use of CFC is now being reduced to protect the ozone layer. इसके कारण हमें क्या करना चाहिए? CFC का minimum use करना चाहिए. Where the ozone layer is at stratosphere layer, that is 10 to 50 kilometer from our earth. see how the ozone hole is happening all over the world. You can easily see in this diagram. This is the effect of ozone layer, how it protects us from the harmful UV rays. Now managing the garbage we produce. हम जो garbage produce कर रहे हैं उसको हम कैसे manage कर सकते हैं? The household waste is called garbage. Some of the garbage is biodegradable and some are non-biodegradable. Garbage causes pollution of air, water and soil, so it should be disposed properly. What are the methods of garbage disposal? We have discussed in detail these topics. What are the topics? The topics are landfills, recycling, production of biogas and manure, preparation of compost, incineration, and last is sewage treatment. I think it is clear to you now. Sewage treatment plant is also shown here. कि किस तरह से जो सीवेज ट्रीटमेंट है वो किया जाता है. Take a screenshot of it and study it. स्क्रीनशॉट लो और देखो कि किस तरह 2-3 लेवल्स के बाद जो हमारा वाटर है वो कंप्लीटली क्या होता है, यूजेबल फॉर्म में कन्वर्ट हो जाता है और हम उसको प्लांट ग्रोथ या अदर वेज में यूज कर सकते हैं. फाइन. The chapter is completed. The various components of an ecosystem are interdependent. The producers make the energy from the sunlight available to rest of the ecosystem. There is a loss of energy as we go from one trophic level to the next. This limits the number of trophic levels in a food chain. Human activities have an impact on the environment also. The use of chemicals like CFC has endangered the ozone layer. CFC के कारण हमारी ozone layer को क्या हो रहा है, harm हो रहा है. और इसी तरह हमें क्या करना चाहिए, जो वेस्ट डिस्पोज है वो सही तरीके से करना चाहिए जिससे कि कोई भी एनवायरमेंटल प्रॉब्लम्स नहीं हो. फाइन. सो द चैप्टर इज कंप्लीट नाउ. इफ यू हैव एनी डाउट just ask me. What you have to do today, you have to do all the question answers of the chapter. इस chapter के जितने भी question answers हैं, you all have to do them. All the NCERT questions I'm talking about, not the extra question. Fine. And for tomorrow's class, you have to learn chapter number 2. I have told you earlier also that I'm going to take your test of chapter number 2, that is acid, base and salt. It will be your pen paper test, so be prepared for it. What it will be? It will be a pen paper test of 5 to 10 questions. I'm not giving you any type of MCQs this time. I will give you short answers. So prepare thoroughly your chapter number 2, acid, base and salt. Fine. Any doubt, just raise your hand. If you are having any doubt regarding what I said, just raise your hand. Yes, Nishka?
Ma'am,
Yes.
will you provide us the answers for in-text question?
Yeah, sure. I will provide you, but I think you can do it at your own level also, as the chapter we have discussed in detail. Yes or no? Can you do it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I will provide
Thank you, ma'am.
I will provide you the PDF also so that you can have a look for that. Any other query? I'm again repeating, tomorrow you have to prepare your chapter number 2, acid, base and salt for your written test. Fine. I'm ending the meeting now. Just revise your chapter and have a nice day.